Been out of the military almost 7 years now. The history of the building dates back to the early 1800s. However, it is difficult to find any information prior to 1827. In 1827, a fire destroyed most of Fredericksburg. I don't know if a lot of you knew that. The fire was started by a young boy shooting at crows on a barn roof made of thatch. The wad from the shot ignited the roof. The fire spread quickly due to all the structures being made of wood and thatch, and the only building left standing was the hotel. The building and the land were unoccupied for some length of time before it was purchased by Percival and Melinda Strauss. Percival demolished the building and rebuilt it by himself, the Strauss House, except for a large overhang on the front of the building and a small lookout room on the roof that was used as an Indian watchtower. The building looks much as it did then. Since the time of the hotel has seen several owners and name changes, but has always operated as a tavern/hotel. I do have a picture of then and now. The Fredericksburg Hotel was purchased. It was Donna's Fredericksburg Hotel when I purchased it. Everybody knew it as the Ho. The Fredericksburg Ho. Now we call it. We have some sandwiches that we named after the Fredericksburg Hotel. We call them the Fiho, as in Fredericksburg Hotel. So the Fredericksburg Hotel was purchased in March of 2007 by myself and renamed the Fredericksburg Eagles Hotel in honor of my parents, Joyce and Whitey Saphore, proprietors of the Eagle Hotel, which is now Gubba's, there in the corner of Pine Street in Maine. They owned that from 1973 to 1991. In the last few years, many changes have been made to the building. A deck has been added, and the former horseshoe bar has been replaced, changed, and has tables been added to the bar room area. We guarantee everyone will find something to enjoy on our menu. The atmosphere is casual, fun, and family friendly. Our dining area is set up to accommodate small or large groups where you can cheer for your favorite team on one of 9 flat screens. Stop in, check us out. That's something we put on our website probably about 2 years ago. And there were, we've gone through several changes. What we try and do is try and do a little bit of something every year. Probably more so to help the economy, or more so to help in maybe we changed over to natural gas in we did that last April, the day after Easter. And just we took out all the old coolers in the place, and we put in energy efficient coolers. I'm going to where the end is, I don't know, but for now, this is a new chapter in my life. On March 26th, we opened. We settled on the hotel, and we did extensive remodeling. Anybody ever see Flip That House?
Yeah.
Well, this was Flip That Tavern.
Flip That Bar.
It was tavern, restaurant, bar, whatever you want to call it. It's more than just a corner bar anymore, though. We've pretty much put our life and soul into it. But in 2 weeks, 14 days, which is state mandates that any time that establishment is closed in the state of Pennsylvania, after the 15th day, you have to turn in your license for what they call safekeeping. And I said, that's not going to happen. So we worked about 18 to 20 hours a day, be home for about 5 or 6 hours, hopefully, maybe, grab a little bit of time, and back at it the next morning. And in the 2 weeks, we added modern bathrooms, handicap accessible ramp, which we had to tear back down when we put the new deck on. It wasn't compliant at the time. We painted everything in sight. We added a new what they call glycol tap system. We tore up all the old flooring that was in the establishment from 1974. Not a pleasant job. We put in commercial hardwood flooring. I don't know if you ever seen what they put in like malls and Walmarts. I see it. It's commercial hardwood laminate. It looks like hardwood laminate. It has the waves in it. Has the it does everything. It is everything but the real thing. We tore down the wall between what was the old pool room and the new dining room, and basically did a 2-week facelift and got it back open with the help of a lot of friends and family in the 2 weeks, 14 / almost 15 days. We almost hit that limit, and then the next morning we opened up, and it was a very emotional time. I get emotional just talking about it sometimes. I was in the military almost 23 years. It's been a lot of things in the military I've changed over and used in this business. The military was a business to me. You know, it is a business. In today's world, it's ever changing. You know, and you must go with the flow. When I got out, I had made my Master Sergeant E8 and had just accepted a First Sergeant's position. And that's when this place became available, and it was just the timing of it. It all made sense at the time. You know, it was time to open a new chapter. Probably to keep up in today's economy and market in our community. And I've talked to several owners in different areas, and what works for them doesn't always necessarily work for us in a smaller community, and it's demanding at times, as much as I think the military was as demanding, but I do enjoy it. I do need my R&R. I know Elaine said they were in with the kids, and you know, on Sunday evening, and I got out of there, and I had some things I had to do at home. I probably got out of there around 4 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock I got done, and I hopped on my motorcycle and went for a ride. And it was a nice little release. It was cooling down. It wasn't so hot anymore. But people depend on you to be open, and we're open 7 days a week, about 17 hours a day. And but you gotta get out of there. You know, you got to do something for yourself and just unwind a little bit. I have a great staff, and I can do that. I believe so, anyway. How's that? Immediately after we opened up, I saw the potential of we had 8 rooms upstairs. And what we've done since is we've opened up the 3rd floor, we've opened up another room, and made 2 efficiencies on the 3rd floor. And I think what that's done for us, anyway, is especially in today's economy and where we're located. I mean, we get a lot of traffic from Lebanon, Jonestown, outskirts of Fredericksburg. We fixed all the rooms upstairs. We've actually done a facelift from the 1st to the 3rd floor now, and we have 9 rooms that are available by the week, and 2 efficiency apartments in the place. And what that does there for us, it keeps us afloat in times like this. You know, it helps pay the mortgage. Everything helps pay the mortgage. You know, Fredericksburg National Bank took they took a tremendous amount of, I have a tremendous amount of loyalty for them, for the faith they had in me when we financed through them. I don't want to really let them down. I don't want to let myself down. I want to let my parents down. And we've added, in 2008, we try to do something a little bit every year, not just to help with the economy. I mean, in 2008, we just put a brand new second air conditioning system in. with a smoke heater. When we first purchased the hotel, it was smoking. Well, to tell somebody in Fredericksburg that we were going to go non-smoking, wow, that would have been a tremendous leap, I think. The state really helped us out. We added a deck, a walkway, a new ramp, and that settled things down for a little bit. If it doesn't get too hot in the summer, it's a great place to enjoy the evening. Sundays we do an acoustic. We have an acoustic act come in from Mechanicsburg. His name's Jason Barshinger. Yeah, he does an excellent job for us. But on Sundays evenings we have an acoustic gig play on the deck. But with that said, with the cooling system, with the cooling system added on at the same time as all the smoking ban went down, well, we could have eliminated that part of the filter system. But what it did was we had one for the front part of the building and one for the back part of the building, or side to side, whichever you want to call it. And what it actually did was it doesn't beat them up so hard, and they actually run a lot more efficiently. So in 2009, we added a larger walk-in cooler in the basement and a larger walk-in cooler in our kitchen. And again, it's a lot more energy efficient than something that was in there from the 70s or 80s. And it's one of those things where it's ever evolving. In 2010, we took our horseshoe bar, which I talked about in here. We took the horseshoe bar and we cut it in half. And we used the back half of it for shelving at different places underneath the deck or underneath the bar. And we brought it back. Basically, like I said, we cut it in half and cut our room in half and made five more tables out in the bar room area for people that might want to come in and sit in the bar and sit across. Instead of sitting at the bar, there was no bar room. There were no tables in the bar room area. You had to go to the dining room area. So you had to, if a couple come in, and they had, there was four of them, they could sit across from each other. Maybe the atmosphere in the bar room was something that they enjoyed without necessarily sitting at the bar. That helped us out tremendously, to the point where in 2011 we added a brand new kitchen, which I relied on the First National Bank of Fredericksburg again, and it was a heck of a project, and that's where I'll leave it. We closed the kitchen down, and in 1 week we transformed it. We put an 8x10 area added on to the kitchen, a 15-foot overhead hood with a return air with heat for in the winter time, so that you didn't take all your heat out of your kitchen, which I think we have it about as good as we can get it without expanding. And I don't know if an expansion's in sight. I don't think the bowling alley wants to sell. And our energy sources, we've cut down tremendously on our electric. We've cut down tremendously on our fuel consumption. We went from, I'll give you a hint of what our propane used to be. We paid anywhere from $1,000 to $1,100 a month on propane. We're paying right now, in the summer months without using heat in the rest of the building, probably right around $400 a month. And that's in my book, that's a tremendous savings. So all the money that we put in for the new boilers, the new lines, the new hot water heater, and all the new orifices we changed over in the kitchen, it's paying off. And if we figured it out correctly, we're looking at about a 2.5-year turnaround. And that's pretty darn good. We took the back room and we exposed the original brick wall. And when at first it was a neat idea, we took a piece of paneling off. Oh yeah, we can do that. Well, it went from the paneling coming off to old oak boards, and it's given it a I don't know, like a rustic old rustic barn look. We change the menu. We change the menu probably 3 times a year. We run daily specials for a week at a time. We've added, which is really becoming popular, craft beers. Not so much just I have 12 taps on beer now. 12 beers on tap. I'm sorry. There was 4 when we bought the place. We went to 6 with the new glycol system. We went to 8 when we went up again, and we went to 12 last April when we put a new we put a Korean top on our bar after we covered it, and it's pretty cool looking. It is. I'm proud of where it's come from. If I have any advice for anybody that's going to get into this type of business, or even a restaurant business, I think you need to continuously evolve, or you not necessarily evolve to somebody else's, not keeping up with the Joneses, just to continuously evolve in your area. And I think it has no other choice than to pay dividends.